Welcome back guys for the PvP build for the Necrom chapter. I'm on my Stamina Sorcerer with probably the most cancer setup I've ever made. With the Vitashionized stuff on the back bar, deals a good amount of dot pressure if you use element susceptibility or Drain, combined with Master's Dual Wield to empower Raining Slashes, Draugrkin as Mythic, Magicka as Monster set, and Draugrkin, really powerful set. I used it on my Stamina DK a couple weeks ago. It empowers basically everything by flat 318, but this effect gets also afflicted by Battle Spirit, so in the end it's 150 to 200ish. What makes this build so special is basically the combination of those sets. Vitashionized alone, for example, is not that powerful, the Master's Dual Wield, or Draugrkin or Magicka, but if you combine all those sets together, you will have a big blob of cancer in the end. Let me show you why. Draugrkin, like I said, empowers everything. Every light attack, medium attack, bash, single target attack, AoEs, dots, status effects, that kind of stuff. Talking about status effects, I have access to every single one with this build. There are in total 8 status effects. With Elisas, we gain already 3 status effects with Burning, Chilled and Concussion. Hurricane deals physical damage, means it has the chance to proc the sender's status effect, so 4 in total. Fifth one, Hunting Curse, deals magic damage, and magic damage has the chance to apply the overcharge status effect. Raining Slashes applies the hemorrhaging status effect. 2 are missing. Poison, those double the poison, they can proc the poison status effect. And last but not least, a disease glyph on the back bar to proc the disease status effect. Why is that important? The nice part about Draugrkin is it makes weak dots or weak abilities into viable, powerful ones, right? For example, the chilled status effect or the concussion status effect deals alone not really much damage in PvP, maybe 50 to 100 damage. But with Draugrkin, it gets empowered by flat 150 to 200ish. So in the end, its chilled status effect would deal 200, 300 plus damage per tick. That's the nice part about Draugrkin. It empowers weak dots and makes them to viable ones. All those status effects and debuffs, they also empower Magicka. When you de-damage with a melee heavy attack, it doesn't need to be a fully charged heavy attack by the way, a medium attack is enough. You spew a cone of corruption dealing 7k disease damage to enemies over 4 seconds, so it's a damage over time, a dot. This damage is increased by 10% for each negative effect the enemy have, up to a maximum of 300%. What is a negative effect? Basically every dot, every debuff, every status effect, that kind of stuff. The status effects alone would empower Magicka by 80%. There are 8 in total, right? But those status effects, couple of them, for example disease damage effect, can also apply debuffs, like minor defa in this case, 10% healing reduction for your target. Even those small debuffs empower Magicka by 10%. Chilled status effect, for example, can apply the minor brittle effect, concussion, minor vulnerability. So you get my point. Every single debuff would empower Magicka. In the end, you can bring this value up to a maximum of 300%. That's insane. Magicka takes sometimes with 2.5 to 3k-ish in PvP per second. It's brutal. As filler, by the way, I have 2 trainee pieces for XHP and Magicka. Armor types: 1 heavy chest, 3 light armor and 3 medium armor. 1 sturdy, 1 well fitted, the rest impen. Full prismatic glyphs, what else? All the jewelry fully fused. I prefer the extra healing here instead of bloodthirsty. 2 weapon damage and 1 prismatic region glyph. 2 maces, sharpened and none for extra pen. Double dot poisons. And back bar, a disease damage glyph in defending for extra armor. We are kinda squishy in this build, not gonna lie. We don't have any set damage mitigation. Everything is basically adapted for pure single target. That's why I'm a vampire. Vampire stage 3 for the extra damage reduction with this juicy passive here, Undeath. Reduce the damage taken by up to 30% based on your missing health. On top, I also have Temporal Guard on the back bar for minor protection, 5% damage reduction. Those 2 points are really important in terms of survivability, otherwise it would be way too squishy. Quick look on the skills. Front bar Critical Surge or Major Brutality and Sorcery buff. 20% more weapon spell damage, and it even heals if you critical damage. Alternative to Critical Surge, go with Degeneration as an extra dot, Hunting Curse, Raining Slashes as Sparable, one of my favorite Sparable in combination with the Master Dual Wield, Streak as Stun and Mobility, Karma on Touch as Slotted for Major Savagery, 12% crit rate, and Mana Berserk 5% extra damage. Greater Storm Atronach as aggressive and defensive ultimate. The nice part about the Atronach is it's a targetable pet, right? So you can dance around, kite around, even open field, go line of sight. Makes you in general more tanky. And it also deals an insane amount of single target damage. Alternative to the Atro, go with Power Overload. Where is it? Here. Or Dawnbreaker. I've seen even some builds with the dual ultimate, really destroying 1-1 situations, but kinda sucks for 1v situations, not gonna lie. Backed by the susceptibility for Major Breach, 6k penetration, Burning Shield and Concussion status effect, and to proc the Vetation Ice stuff of course. Race Against Time as Snare removable, Vega Self heal, Hurricane resistance buff, Dark Deal for sustain and burst heal. They also changed Dark Deal. The exchange also grants you now Minor Berserk, 5% more damage, and Minor Force. You already have access to Minor Berserk with Karma Hunter and Minor Force through Race Against Time. So technically you could go with Mist Form here instead of Race Against Time. Mist Form would give us 300 more weapon and spell damage, thanks to Strike from the Shadows. Up to you to choose, I still prefer the Snare removal and the Major Expedition here. Temporal Guard, like I said before, for minor protection, 5% extra damage reduction. And I also use it often if I'm really under pressure, SO shit button. Saves my ass over and over again. Race Orc, for an extra weapon spare damage, health and stamina. Other races like Imperial or Nord or even Dharma should be fine here. Mundus the Serpent for extra 310 stamina regen. Smoked Bear and just buffwood. 21 points in health and 43 in stamina, like this with around 30k HP-ish. Potions, the twice of potions, what else? CPs, blue one steady aim, and Taumaturge. It's a dot based build, so we need Taumaturge here for the 6% extra dot damage. Dual rebuff and Ironclad as damage with the HCPs, and Red Bond sustained by Suffering, Pains Refuge, Celebrity and Slippery, same as usual. Combination, pre-buff yourself with Surge. Dark Deal, Race Against Time and Hurricane. Apply Advanced Susceptibility, Hunting Curse, Running Slashes, Medium Attack, into Streak. And then basically spam Running Slashes. If you have the Atro up, drop the Atronach. Try to make sure to stay in range for the Vetation Ice stuff, otherwise it will not proc. And make sure to first apply every single dot before you medium attack from Arcelor to empower it. That's it with another PvP build. Thanks for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you hopefully in the next one. Peace.